Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video with Rob Wolfe of PrimeLending on the myths of VA buying. You're a VA machine. I always tell clients when we're referring you that you're a VA machine because you know the guidelines inside and out. And there's a lot of myths out there revolving around, and I know I was guilty of it when I first met you. I said I don't necessarily love working with VA buyers, or on the listing side, don't necessarily love VA offers because there are additional criteria that go along with them. But you've got some talking points that I think we want to cover on why you've made my life so much easier and why I actually love working with VA buyers now.
Yeah, well, and I think some of the points there's some very easy points to look at that are myths. Probably the biggest is somebody who has a VA loan thinks they can't buy another house VA. Obviously in that scenario, like any loan, you have to qualify with the current loan that you have by debt to income ratio to buy another property. But by design, VA currently, if you were a veteran, you have $726,200 worth of eligibility right now. If you currently own a home that has a $226,000 encumbering of that, you still have $500,000 left of VA eligibility with no money down financing. So again, if you qualify with your debt to income ratio, you can buy another house VA with no money down and still own your current home. Nicely, if that was 300 grand, now you're at 526, and you know where I'm going here.
Sure.
You could possibly even do a third. So one of the biggest myths is that I can't have two VA loans. You can absolutely have two. I've actually done one with an agent in your office where we did a third, where we took, she was a veteran, he was a veteran, added their leftover eligibilities, and they bought another home with their VA. And so that pretty much ate up all of their entitlement.
Well, I think that's important, though, to know that it's available to them because a lot of VA buyers, they're military relocation. So they are moving from place to place. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they want to hold on to that asset. They want to rent it out, or they want to do these things.
Right.
No effect there, correct?
Right, yeah. And really, a lot of it's time constraints sometimes. I mean, when they PCS, it's, hey, you're going in May, and it's like, we own a house. What do we do? Again, fortunately, and hopefully with good credit, they qualify with both payments. VA also allows somebody to produce a lease, a legitimate lease on their current home, and use the rental income to offset on that home. No reserve requirements and all. It's kind of a government thing to help them in their PCS if they do have to move quickly. I would say another myth, if that's a good word, is being able to get out of or lower the VA funding fee. VA funding fee, in fact, as of April 7th, which is this Friday, VA has just come in and amended that first-time use currently was 2.3%. It's going back to 2.15 that it was about 5 years ago. Subsequent use, meaning any use after that with no money down, is currently 3.6. It's rolling back to 3.3. Again, what it was 3, 4, 5 years ago before they moved that. So obviously the upfront for a first-time user, 2.15, it's not the end of the world. It's $4 grand, they roll onto the loan. It can start getting pricey with that subsequent use at 3.3. A buyer can actually reduce that by putting 5% down. 5% down reduces that 3.3 down to 1.5. It's dramatic when you think about it. If somebody has the money. Usually somebody using the subsequent use VA is also going to have equity from a current sale. So they're going to have the ability to put money down, so it can be less expensive. And ultimately with the VA funding fee, if the veteran is 10% more disabled by the VA, they don't have a funding fee at all.
So one of the other myths that I think has come up more recently is that the seller has to pay for that termite inspection. It used to be that way forever, right?
Mm-hmm. It's always, well, oddly, the rule was that the buyer could not pay for it.
So the agent could?
Yep, anybody could, but everybody gravitated to, okay, it's a seller fee.
Well, it was even written into our contract, but it's not required anymore, correct?
Correct, that is correct, and now anybody can pay it, including the buyer. There used to be a big thing on us even disclosing it, to disclose it properly, and it's not even a fee that is scrutinized by disclosure. But nonetheless, the buyer can now pay for their own termite, no longer fighting with the seller to do it. And some people are still writing that in there, but it's, we put some news out on it, but we get a lot of questions about it anyway.
Well, I think the biggest thing was who's ordering it. They may be paying for it, but who's ordering it?
Right.
So that became just kind of one more hiccup in the process.
Right, and the bigger issue was some people had it done through home inspection because it was part of the package. A lot of inspectors will give the veteran the termite at no cost and trying to prove that it was no cost. Everybody has something free when you come to get a loan. But that was the bigger issue with that, was trying to prove that there really was no cost, that no one was paying for it, not even the buyer. And since it changed, we haven't run into that as an issue either.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's great. Last myth, and this one blows my mind, and I will say, or the disclaimer that I'm researching this currently.
Sure.
thought I knew everything. You know, I tell you all the time I know everything, and I think we all know that we all don't know everything about everything.
Until it comes up.
I've recently heard, and I've been researching, and I think it's true, that up till now, I've always thought that two non-veterans, Bob and Debbie, are buying. They are not married. Bob is the veteran. Debbie can't be on the loan. Forever, it's been no spouse, no co-borrow. I've recently been looking at and seeing some research that with 12% down, it's a weird number, I have no idea what the 12% would be, but with 12% down, that Bob and Debbie can in fact buy together, even though Debbie is not a spouse and Debbie does not have VA entitlement.
Wow.
So maybe a future video down the road to come out with whatever research I've come up with there.
Absolutely. No. So, I mean, it's a fantastic program. And like I said, it was something that I didn't enjoy working with. And this is, we've known each other, for 13 years now, something crazy. Because I just didn't know the process inside and out. Rob's made it super easy and digestible. And, you know, I'm able to help clients and advise them to contact you with questions. But I'd advise you to do the same. If you have questions, reach out to Rob. He's absolutely a VA machine. It's made my life much, much easier. And I really enjoy and look forward to working and helping veterans. So
Right on. Me too. Thanks.
see you guys next time.